Okay, hello. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the channel. Today, um, we are going to talk about a new product that I've been using over the last couple months. First and foremost, the tune that you were just listening to, which is the instrumental to Warm Place in My Heart, was actually done on this program, and I am just fascinated with the capabilities that come with the technology that we have today. Just each time I go to create music or do something on the internet or do something that has technology involved in it, it kind of, I'll say, minimizes what I thought in, like, when I was in the what's up, Jason? When I was in the technology field, selling cell phones and basically getting people excited about getting the new technology and trying to, you know, get them to feel as though a cell phone or an iPad or something like that was a necessity, a utility, which is what we were told to do. It did do two things. We got to this technology really fast, and we didn't really have much of a an understanding of what we were doing. But in addition, though, it like fast forwarded technology to a point where the people who were trying to do stuff like myself, like, for example, I was having this discussion the other day, having the access to both, let me get this monitor off. There we go. Having the access to both the streaming services like Netflix and YouTube, obviously, and Hulu for some and everything, and Disney Plus and stuff. This is technologies that were not even kind of like the touching of that was buying or renting a DVD or having a DVD or a video store nearby. It just, the technology just we didn't think of these capabilities. And I was just having this conversation the other day about how, like, me and others in my field in the sales of cell phones and the procurement of this technology, there is a little bit of responsibility held by us for progressing us forward so quickly. But again, at the same time, we also were not aware ourselves of what we were doing. I'm sure that the cigarette companies in the early days didn't know what they were doing, and at a certain point they did, and they continued to do what they did. Cell phone companies, I'm sure, don't have to be as adamant about making this an important thing. But anyway, the one thing that has given me solace is that the technology that we have gotten recently, and the things that we've actually been able to do now, they actually do help in efficiency and the things that we did kind of really promote during those times. So it's not all bad. I could tell you from what I am able to do now, and from some of the capabilities that I couldn't even imagine have been able to do many years ago, like 5-10 years ago. Now I'm able to use them, and I'm really proud of being part of that technology advancement for that purpose. Today's tutorial, I'm going to call it a quasi-tutorial because I don't really know what a tutorial is. I think of a tutorial, I think somebody should have expert knowledge in things. But at the same time, I do know of tutorials also that are on YouTube that are more so learn along with me type of tutorials. And I think that that's what this one is, more so than a an expert showing you something. I'm actually an excited user of this product, and therefore I want to promote it and let others know and see what this crazy technology has the capability of doing. So, whoever watches this now or in the future, I may be, editing this down in the future, but I usually don't go back and edit my videos. I just like to just go on and do them live and do it for real. I'm a real person, and I don't like kind of splicing things up. So, but if this is the live, then this is basically going to be a tutorial, a quasi-tutorial of making beats, basically on the Bandlab program, the Bandlab online software. It's amazing because this would have to be something you would have to have a lot of room in your computer to download. In the past, you would need some software. Used to be Cakewalk was one, Reasons I remember was one, Pro Tools, all these other beat making and music making softwares. This is a online, fully online. Now, obviously, when it's online, some of the files will get saved into your phone if you want to use your phone, because this does have an app associated with it as well, and you can be carrying around basically your entire music studio with you anywhere you go. It's just an amazing type of, to think of what people had to go through to make music, and what I'm doing while I'm doing Bandlab, and this is important for any musician, any beat maker, any producer, anybody who wants to make music. While I'm doing this, while I'm utilizing the technology that we have right now, I'm going back and I'm watching and listening to older music at the same time. I am trying my best not to waste the opportunity that I have right now to use this technology, and at the same time figure out how the earlier groups, such as the Beatles, and some of the Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, and trying to figure out also, in addition to what I already know about them, how they came to their musical senses and how they decided on specific melodies and things like that. And when you figure that out at the same time as learning and knowing this technology, you could actually, I'm not going to say mimic this sound, but you could get as close to that sound as possible. And I don't want to necessarily be a counterfeit. I don't want to do what others have already done. But I do want to figure out what the greats have done, so that if I can develop my own sound, in production and making of music, that I can know what the greatest sounds were in that actual genre, and then try to create that in whatever I can do. So I think that's what a lot of musicians do anyway. It's just a natural thing for them to want to be great and figure out where they got their start. I mean, Dr. Dre, for example, as a producer and as an artist, came out of that 60s, 70s urban soul feel. And that's what we got out of him with the 808s. So it wasn't just it wasn't just us getting Dr. Dre. We got Dr. Dre and his mom's favorite music. So that's an important thing to understand. It's not just about getting the music out of you, but what you actually have gotten prior to that. So that it's kind of a presentation of yourself as well as others. So what we're going to do right now, as I stated, is we're going to go into the explanation for and how beats are made on Bandlab. Music's made on Bandlab. And Bandlab is a very, very easy to use if you once you're on it for a little bit. Easy to use program. So basically, after you have logged in, and it'll ask for some information, such as you're going to create your own username and password and everything. And so what you're going to do is you're going to get to the page that has your feed on it, and you're going to be showing, it's going to be showing kind of what certain things that, like, your, for example, in the corner is your what would be considered your producer name, I guess you would say, or musician name. You could put in there. I put my own. I do go by the geo for certain as far as the songs that I'll do, it'll be the geo every once in a while. But this is kind of a production type of thing. So I put my normal name on there, and then we've got on the side here, you've got how many followers you have and who you're following and how many plays they've made. So that's kind of a cool way to track kind of if you put your music out there. I've only put a few songs of mine on. This is a situation where if it is on Bandlab, it's kind of like SoundCloud or any of those other things. So you're basically presenting your music to the rest of the Bandlab community. And so other Bandlab members will be able to explore. So, for example, we'll go to Explore here, and you'll be able to see here, you can actually go in and see the creators and what they have available. So if you wanted to look in hip-hop, this is going to be all people who've made these songs via Bandlab. And or I'm sure that they could upload their own music to it as well. But this is kind of where the community goes on Bandlab. So they've got their music there, and then you click on it, and then that would play each one of their songs that they have uploaded. So these are near you. It could tell you where, or worldwide, rappers, beat makers, and guitarists. So you've got all the different types of music that you could have on here as well, that you can explore. So that's even a different part of Bandlab that I wouldn't consider something that I have done much of, but that is part of the I guess the joy of Bandlab is you could actually, if you were a producer or a manager of a label, if you had an independent or something, and you really enjoy that part of it, an A&R type of environment, that's something you could do too. Is you could be in Bandlab, and you can you can start start finding the hidden jewels and the talent right here in Bandlab. If that's you could see here, featured contest, win major prizes at our monthly challenges, do you even sample, Friday the 13th, country blues. So they've got, and there's more than that, it looks like. Yeah, they had some contests like write your most inspirational track, spread some positivity. You goat this, comment me bro, 4th of July. So they have contests on here. I didn't even know about this, to be honest with you. I'm not gonna lie. They have contests on here where you can submit your music, and obviously I did see something on here where they did have a contest a while back that was about getting some type of distribution. So a little bit of help with getting your music put out there, and in addition to being published and put out there, having a little bit of like marketing behind it. There was something I saw not too long ago. So obviously, again, that's a part of Bandlab for musicians and for beat makers and producers and managers and things like that you could actually utilize to find hidden talent. Then we go over to, we were already in our feed, we go over to library, and that's where all of your music will end up. I am not afraid to post my stuff, so obviously I'm going to go ahead and allow you to look at the back end, but I am going to be a little cautious as far as showing some of the music, because very unfinished work is very scary, we'll say, to release to the world. So but I will go through some of the process of showing you how beats are made and how the process starts, and also kind of where you end up and everything like that. So first, I wanted to go through and explain some of the made songs, let's say, and I'm not going to say made. I'm going to say in terms of there's something laid down a little bit. Let's go with "Believe in Us." I think it's this one. Yeah. So this is one that was recorded July 24th, and you'll see here this is just a kind of a slow rockish thing. So let's test our. Here we go. And if you're on here and you yeah, I think this might be. Okay, yeah. No, this is the one I was working on. Okay. Yeah. And if you're on here and you want to let me know how the sound is. Yeah, this is the one here. Let me know how the sound is. If the sound is good, if it's too loud, anything like that. That's kind of what I'm looking for right now, is to kind of find out if this is too loud. But this is a little, we consider it a bluesy. That's basically a track that was made, and I'll basically break that down for you. I wanted to show you the finished product first to explain that pretty much in this program, it takes everything that you kind of would feel uncomfortable or question yourself to do, and it makes it falls everything into place. It basically puts everything into the place that you really are looking for. I mean, you might need to do a little adjustments here and there, but it pretty much does those type of things for you. Okay, so in this case, yeah, I need to. That one I actually imported back into it and made it. So we're going to go ahead and go. Instead, we're going to go in here. We're going to go here. Okay, so this is the most recent. This is the most recent mix that I've done so far. So what I'll do first is I'll explain how each one of these parts on here. I'm going to go over here. Yeah. On here. Oh, move it here. Okay. On here. That's going to take me a while. Eek. Okay, I'll do that. Okay, here we go. So, so obviously what you know what? This is actually a smarter thing to do. Let's do this. Huh? Yeah, that makes more sense. Okay, so if I'm looking over here, okay, that's better. Okay. No, that doesn't work. What am I talking about? Okay. We're going to leave it there. All right, so we've got a set of chords that were used. So as you can see, Moody keys, 19 chords. So these are the loops that were used. So as you can see, there's all these different types of loops. There's also packs, okay? Packs were what I used at first to kind of get an understanding of how this type of program is supposed to work. At this point, I would feel as though I was really, at this point, using somebody else's work if I used any of these now. I think that that's kind of a natural thing, is if you hear these type of sounds, which include things like well, you know what? I actually, what I was more talking about wasn't the, because this here is actually, wow, okay. See, that's why this is learning while teaching at the same time is important. As I said, this is a quasi-tutorial because I am actually opening things up as well that I haven't opened up before. Okay. So before, I was avoiding these packs because on my phone, which is where I really started all this, it had full, like, loops where the loops themselves were kind of set out for you. Not necessarily in kind of onesies, twosies, but kind of set for you. And I'm not comfortable now using those because they all sound the same. Like the sounds are, they have a few. But now seeing these packs, these are very similar, but they actually break them all down into all the different things. So, wow, I'm even further blown away at what the oh my gosh, seeing this right now with on camera live is overwhelming, to be honest with you. They have all of the same packs plus more on here than I had on my phone. But not only do they have like if I if I clicked on this, I know what the Scandy Pop sound is, okay? Because I used this at first on here. Yep. 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 So those were all the same. Okay. Okay. So this particular one has all the same sounds. Okay. So that makes me feel better as far as, but there's all these other ones too now that there's like probably, well, there's 129, 25, 9, 2, 47, 9, 10, 57, 10, 3. I probably had maybe 20 or 30 maybe packs on the phone. So when I came to here, I saw packs and I was like, oh, okay, those are going to be very similar to the other packs. I want to go to loops. But now jumping past that, I'm seeing now that I'm going to be able to use a lot of these sounds too. So, again, it's just another thumbs up for this particular program. All right, so let's go to loops. This is where I went to start this particular song. So we've got, I went to Moody Keys, so I think this was under chords. Yeah, chords, and I think it was, yeah, Moody Keys. Okay, so this was the sound. Okay. On that one, I did not change. Okay? Kept it the same. It sounded exactly as I wanted. I added a high and bright to it, but it sounded exactly how I wanted. So here's what it came out. Gave it a little bit more of an airy sound to it. Okay, so I'm going to stop right there. Okay, so I just took those Moody keys, 19 chords, boom, put it up there. Okay, I lowered the beats per minute down to 112 instead of 125. It started at 125, which is where the actual Moody keys, where the beats per minute were tempo on it before. So after that, I went to what did I want this sound to be? Okay, well, first and foremost, as a obviously like I said, it's kind of a quasi-tutorial. If you know about kind of how these programs work, when you get to the end of each one of these, and I'll show you real quick. When you get to the end of one of these, let's say this one. This is a guitar flutter. When you get to the end of one, you could loop it just by grabbing it here and going out. Now, if you didn't want to double this right here, then we would have to make an adjustment to it. But basically looping something is just by pulling from here. So I did that up here at the top. So as you can see, the Moody keys, 19 chords, kept going. Okay, so you can see it just keeps going. Then I went to find the drum loop. So I want to find, I think that was here. And drum loop with kick. This might even be under beats. Yeah, okay, so drum loop with kick, it was 13. It was this one right here. And it was at 135. Okay. So what I did is basically I put this right here is that right there is, let me get that here. This means to basically attach your, let me get it out of the way for a second. This means it magnetizes it basically that clicks it to the beat. Okay. So right now, this right here is looped. So I went like this. Listen to how that sounded. And I went through it a couple times, and once you hear it, then you can play with these. So then I clicked on this. Okay, I'm behind it. So that one felt good to me at that time, so then I went ahead and added it. Now you'll hear it going into the next part. Slowed it down, added classic chamber to it, adjusted it a little bit. Now you hear our guitar. Those were cut off notes. Then we've got a guitar, and we just looped it. So that was a little bit of a one that I'm working on right now called Rescue Me. Okay, so we'll hear how that sounds in the next couple weeks. Maybe a little before that. It looks like that one's taken a little longer than normal. I have had some projects that have gone through pretty quickly, and I've had some that have taken a little longer. I'm not going to rush things if it doesn't feel right. There's been a few here that I've kind of started off and thought, that sounds good, that sounds all right. But I am trying my best to kind of capture the moment and not try to force anything as far as if there's a song that comes to mind and I want to work on it, then I will, and if I don't, then I put it down. It's best kind of for the creative process. So now what we're going to do is we're going to run through an actual beat from the beginning, or it may turn out to be an actual not a beat but an actual musical track. So we're gonna start with let's start with a bass. Sometimes the bass can be a good place to start. And let's give it pop an R&B sound to it. I'm not into that sounds like if you're gonna sneak in like you're in Beverly Hills Cop. You're sneaking around and you're ready to. Axel Foley's about to come out. Oh, doom, 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 doom. That's a good beat. I like that one. Okay. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. I mean, come on. There's nothing better than that bass line. Let's do it. Now, I immediately want to do some things to it. Okay? That's kind of my thing. That's one of my what I would consider some of my creative guidance for the music. We're going to go ahead and start with we're going to loop it here. We're going to listen to this a few times. Okay, that's the first thing we do. And we just play with the presets. We may even play with the speed, things like that. So let's go ahead. And you'll hear it. You'll hear it. Okay. It's clean. Going here. go here. Okay. That's the one I like. Yep. Yep. That's it. That's the one that feels right. Okay. So we got our bass. Now let's do something else. I'm going to bring this back down to just 2 of these. Okay. Now we're going to go with our second track, and that's when we're going to go ahead and add the little flavor to it. This is kind of like a recipe in a way, where you're just kind of picking and choosing the different kinds of, you know, okay. I think I'm hearing some percussion. And for some reason, I'm going global. I'm getting... I'm disappointed. Disappointed in my options there. Let's go classics. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to see if I can cut some of this, because I do like this. So here's kind of a small tutorial on how to cut and drag. So we've got our full, what would have been our full right here. This was our full. There's our full thing there. So now I want to grab some of this. I don't want to do all of it, but I also want it to loop. So I'm going to pull it down. And let me just hear how this sounds. Let me hear if this is going to work anywhere. That's kind of exactly what I was looking for. So let's go ahead and copy that. That's kind of exactly what I was hoping for, was something in the middle of those. So let's go ahead and paste that. Come on, copy, paste. Okay, now we've got the second one. Find where it is. I think it's going to be probably a little over that way, but let's go ahead and see if we can get these. I want it a little faster. Whoops. I don't want that first sound. I might have to, though. Okay, I am not feeling I like that more. Let's get rid of this. I don't care if this ends up being a song or not. So I would like to have it end up being a song, but I am right now just trying to make a little, like I said, tutorial. Okay, so then what you could do is then grab these two, merge these, and now you've got your own little thing here. So if you wanted to at this point, you could copy this and know that that's going to be in right around here, and you can actually play with it and put it where you need to. That looks about right. Let's see. Not bad. Maybe a little early. Yeah, okay. So that's all you're doing here. And then you can go ahead and you could play with that at any time, change the tones, change the, you know, kind of the I actually didn't do any effects. Let's see if I can do that real quick. I'm going to change that to a classic chamber. No, that didn't do much. See, they could pop or they could be quick or soft. Not bad. You want it to be kind of softer. Try the box. Let's try the hype. Octaver. It's a quick little thing. Oh, I think I like that. Okay. Hold on. All I need to do on that one is bring it down just a little bit and give it more reverb. I want it to pop a little bit more. I want it to double. Almost. Almost. Okay, I think that's good. Yep, I like that one. Okay. So now we're done with two parts of the beat. Now we're going to move on to our third part, which, you know, you could throw in right now. You could throw in this type of thing is it can go any way you really want it to go. We could throw in you know, some type of guitar if we wanted to. We go synth, keyboard or piano. We could even have a brass section come in right now if I wanted to do Let's say we're moving a little bit along from where we're at. We're gonna start the new loop here. So we still have our baseline. Okay, got our baseline. We're gonna go through it after we've put in the marimba in there. Now we're gonna go ahead and add. So we've gotten that part done. Dun, 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 dun. So we're good there. We're gonna make this a not bad. Not bad. These are not the horns aren't doing it for me right now. I think we're gonna have to go in a different direction from brass. We are gonna go with the piano. I'm hearing maybe no. 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 See, I wouldn't mind that one. See, that's something that I don't mind. Anything that is in that realm of okay. Anything that's in that realm of what would be considered a it helps you along in the beat. This is something that does that. It could be jarring for some people, that's for sure. But let's see how it works. It definitely can be jarring to the ears of some people. And I am cognizant of that. So let's see where this goes. Okay, so that's gonna need. Okay, so I don't know. I don't know where that's gonna fit. I'm gonna try adjusting the. Nope. So we might be able to keep that in there, but for now, this is a good chance for me to show you the mute button. So right now, I'm going to go mute that. I did speed it up. I did a couple little things, pitch shifted it up a couple notches to hear what a different sound would be like. This is all up to you, up to your, whatever your sound, whatever you can hear in your ears, whatever that sound is, if you believe you have a good enough ear, it's whatever you hear. So I'm not going to tell you what's the right, different, putting the pitch up higher or the playback rate or doing things in reverse. Any of that kind of stuff is going to be completely up to your ear. All you're doing is playing with stuff. It's the same stuff along with the effects, for example. Let me actually add the effect while we're here, because I do like to make sure that that might make a difference too. Oops, I said it on mute. So yeah, so that one sounds all right now. I'll leave that one. So anyway, hearkening back, I mean, we can now see the structure of the song. We've got these two little things in here we added. Okay, so that's the starting of it. Let's go ahead and see if we could find. Let's reset this and reset this. Okay, let's go ahead and actually go into the packs now. Since we did find these, let's go ahead and they even got these broken up into the mood. Let's go organic. And let's go Neo Soul. Oh, these are voices. These are voices. Okay. So, yeah, these are all voices. Okay. I don't want voices anymore. Oh, up here. Let's go. Let's go here. See if it works. If it doesn't work to start off, we'll make it work. I'm not feeling this beat. I'm not feeling it. So what I'm going to do here is a good obviously chance to show you. Just delete the track. Not a good addition to it. Okay? I'm not feeling that buried. So let's go to genres. And let's go to I do like this. Let's see how this might be. See, this might change things entirely. Sorry. Some of these might be a little... Okay, we're not going to do those right now. Those are a little extreme. Okay, here we go. Let's try this. Oh, sorry, that's bad. Oh, no. Turn this down. See, now we're getting into stuff I want, though. See, now... Okay, I think I have two. I'm going to bring that one in, and I'm going to bring this one in. And I might even bring that one in. All right, so I'm going to bring those three in. So at this point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to see which ones of these go with this best. Bringing all three in is just, you know, my way of just cutting down on, because I like all three of them. I like the rhythm on all three of them. And I'm just going to play each one of them. I'm going to mute the other two. We're going to start with this one. And this is where the beat making part kind of, you know. Let me get this. Hold on a second. There we go. This is where the beat making part just, it's a little bit of tedious work to listen to things over and over and over, but that's kind of how you have to make it. Okay, so we're going to start here. Piano 4. We might even get rid of that. If right now, I'm going to tell you this right now. If Fantasy Piano ends up becoming my lead at this point, that's fine. I'm okay with that. That's kind of how this thing works. I started with this little bass line, funky bass line up here, Tom Funk. That might end up getting thrown away. It's not nothing that I start with is going to force me into a specific, you know, song at that point. That might get deleted and that groove might be gone. But this Fantasy Piano already is enticing. Okay, so what I hear right now is bringing this down and slower. I like it already. That's what I was looking for. Okay, so with that, and the crazy part is you could get this. This is the part that's amazing. Is you could go all the way in where the actual loop is, and you could get so close that it allows you to know exactly where you need to cut. See? And it does it for the rest of them. You can hear a little loop in there at the end. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back to where that is. Because again, it's the first one. Actually, that might be, let me take a look. Is that? Yeah, I could hear it. I could hear it. So we go in, and we try to bring this in a little bit more. Still hear it. Bring it in a little bit more. Okay, I can still hear it. We need to get it might be the second half of it, but I don't see why it would. That's better. It seems as though there's just a little noise at the end of that. Let's see. Yeah, that's better. We'll leave it there. Yeah, I'm good with that. One more time. Yeah, I'm good with that. There's a slight click, but that's not going to be an issue. Okay, so now what we're going to do is I am going to, this is going to be, now let's see what happens here. Oh, I had it on mute. Let's see how this works. I don't like the cut there. It's not cut right. Maybe if I flip them. Let's try this. Not terrible. Not terrible. So then you go into that again. You copy that, paste it, copy that, paste that, and let's see how that sounds. So I could find some filler for those little spots there. So then I could take these two. So at this point, I could go like this, grab this, and merge those two regions together. Do the same thing with this. And merge those regions together. So now, with those two regions, those are going to play off of each other. So if I wanted to now copy that and keep doing that, you know, I can now obviously do this. But obviously, I wouldn't want to do that. But I can copy this and paste it here. Oops. Oh. What are you doing? So basically, that's the crux of. Let's do this. Of how to like just kind of form your song. Now I'm gonna do something with that. Obviously, I'm gonna. Let's see if this works. There's still a little thing there. So there's that part right there that I have to switch. I have to fix. But so you get the gist of it. Basically, that is, and this isn't going to work now. Obviously, you can see that if I took these two, or you could also solo this particular one. But if you heard. Okay. So, as I sit here right now, this right here is gone. I don't like it. This is gone. I might save this for some future use. I'm going to change the name so I know what this is. I'll just go Twinkly. Well, oops. Let's hear it one more time. Yeah, that's kind of a mess. I'll just put piano mess. Okay. There's some things I might want to do with that. But it's not the end of the world if you get to something, it get to the end. I'll be honest with you. A lot of times what ends up happening is you get to the end and you hit the exit button, okay? You'll hit the exit button right here. And if you haven't saved it, it'll say, "Hey, do you want to save this?" And you can decide right there whether or not it's worth it or not, you know. Like I said, anytime you want to, you could just hit this creator button in the corner, and you can start with a fresh track. This is the cool part. So you've got the ability to control a piano, okay? You could also control anything you want from here. So you have your MIDI controller on this program as well. Okay? You have creator kits. You have You see what I'm saying? I mean, and you could press these on your, you know. So you can play with it. Obviously, it's got the ability to do pretty much anything you want with all these different, you know. Look at this. You've got the 808. Let's start at the basses. Like, you've got basses, which are the deep, you know, the hard driving bass, acoustic, electric, synth. Okay, you got creator kits, which is what I have here, which basically has all the different. See that? Just all that kind of stuff. Just G-Funk. you've got all these beats. You know, I don't have to go through all of them right now, but you know, the typical G-funk sounds. Game Boy is probably going to be some. Yeah, so you can make your own little, you know, just crazy, just absolutely insane. All these sounds, trap. I mean, just amazing how much different. And then they have voices. They have lush voices. You could change everything about all this stuff. I mean, it's just. I'm just amazed. I'll just be honest. So you have all this. This is the MIDI part of it. Okay, this isn't even, so if you're adding another track, that was the instruments you can use. And look, I didn't even get into being able to play, you know, a solo violin. Just an emotional instrument. So, and then, I mean, you could do that, and you can change the effect on the actual instrument. I mean, look at this. If you want, just. It's just amazing what you could do on this. So. And then after you've done your notes, you could even adjust the notes. That's the crazy part. I mean, you could put notes in here if you want to, and you could play it, and it'll play just those notes. You know? So, I mean, there's things you could do on this that if you are good at, if you understand ear, and you understand timing, and you understand math, I mean, that's a lot of what this is just putting things into place, moving it up a little bit, taking it down a little bit, moving it this way, moving it that way. So other than that, I just wanted to show one last thing, and then I will have hit almost getting close to an hour, so we'll finish up. But in addition to the instruments tab, there's also the drum machine, which creates actual beats from you can actually make changes to it. This is the typical drum beat that they start with. And then this is drum beat B. So you could do a couple things to that. Basically what you're doing with the drum machine is you've got it right here. Right now it's on an 808, but you have all your drum machines here. And what you're doing on this is basically you're putting in, you can put whatever these different types of sounds are, and then it's running a loop of that. So it's an 808. I love the 808. The 808. Bring that down a little bit. Nice. Bring it down a little bit more. Bring it down even more. Up a little bit. I'm a little higher than that. Yeah. See, now something like that, you could change what the kit is. Interesting. I'm not feeling it. That one. See, I like that. I like that. So I brought it down a little bit. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to just save that. Save beat. I'm going to put beat A because I just called it beat A. So we're going to save that. That's not a bad beat loop. Okay, so I'm going to get out of that. So finally, and this obviously this tutorial isn't going to have, it's a quasi-tutorial. It's not going to have all the things that you need out of it right now, but I'm going to be learning these things as I move along with you. But basically the last thing that's available on here, along with your feed, as I mentioned, is you have the ability also to create your own bands. So like, for example, I have a band myself with my own songs, and then I have a collab with one other person. That's something that you could do with others, and collaborate wherever you are on a song together. So you can add something to the. We'll go into that in the next video, but this particular function allows for people to be at their homes and be able to obviously send a file, or not even a file, send have a beat that's on there for somebody else to go in and manipulate and add to and sing on, or whatever you need to do. Because that is the other thing that I did not mention, is if you're on this and you wanted to add a vocal track, we'll go more into these other things in the future. These are what we were on, samples, and then this is actually you can import your own audio into the mix, and then you have your guitar and your bass. But if you wanted to add a vocal track, you just go voice mic, and then at this point, this particular is set up with my microphone, I believe. Let's see if it works. So I'm going here, and I can, hello, 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 this is me, this is me, this is me, and that's me. Okay, yeah. Hello, 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 this is me, this is me, this is me, and that's me. So that just recorded it on there, and if I wanted to record it, go all the way through and do whatever the song is, and it would record it on there, and you could save it. Now, my Bandlab is a good, it's got a lot of quality in it, but the recording process, which we'll get into in the future in another video, I do that mostly on Cakewalk. I do all of my music on this part because this is where you can, create your own music online. but I actually have used Cakewalk for the recording part, the vocal part. So I bring in this afterwards. But we'll go into that more so in the future. I said earlier it was coming up on an hour. I was actually looking at the streaming thing. It's been an hour and 32 minutes. So that's a pretty good period of time. So we're going to go ahead and finish up on this this video and this live. And thank you very much for joining me. We should have some, let me erase this, by the way. Let me get out of this. I do not want to save. Okay. So thank you again for joining me on this video. I do have my other channel will have Vertigo reviews. We'll have trying to see if that's good. We'll have some content soon with as far as a chip review with me and Rob. We did a chip review, and we will be having that on there on the next probably in the next couple weeks. We're gonna do some. I've got to change one thing here. Give me 1 second. I have to add a couple of these here. There we go. Okay, so basically, look for that in the coming days, or I mean coming weeks. We'll have the content on the on there. And other than that, you guys have a good one, and we'll hopefully we'll have something with this edited. But again, if it isn't edited, this is a tutorial, so it's you learning with me. So thank you very much for joining me, and I hope to see you next time.